megawatt we will promise, not even 10% will not be able to generate.
As far as we see alone and they know, we don't concern for ensuring certain things that we Salone need, like electricity. We not for even give me a chance to not cry for them.
Well, na den kind discussion can be every Sunday. Now the program Salone Tiday, where Radio Democracy they bring can to you with different issue them. We get to deal with security, policy, the economy, environment, and plenty other one them. Once it concern national development. So listen Salone Tiday every Sunday from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock after.
No matter who you be, let me make Salone. Let we pledge with love and loyalty to we country Sierra Leone. Let we come together, let we work as one for the better of Salone.
I like for listen Salone Tiday every Sunday because they bring out the issue we get for do with Salone development.
We not remove the machines, we not cut the cables, we not move the poles, the infrastructure then they.
Waiting will be done produce for this country as at the time when the left power will go into elections. Now being 99 megawatts, not even up to 100, we mean say out of the 1,000 megawatt we will not promise, not even 10% will not be able to generate.
As far as we see alone and they know, we don't concern for ensuring certain things that we Salone need, like electricity. We not for even give me a chance to not cry for them.
Well, na den kind discussion can be every Sunday. Now the program Salone Tiday, where Radio Democracy they bring can to you with different issue them. We get to deal with security, policy, the economy, environment, and plenty other one them. Once it concern national development. So listen Salone Tiday every Sunday from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock after.
No matter who you be, let me make Salone.
Good afternoon and welcome to the program Salone Tiday, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. Me where they present the program in name and Mange Bansari. Today, inside the program, we will look inside the appointment of the Chief Electoral Commissioner, the saga where they around them and that kind of thing. So for help me talk this talk, we get somebody from Electoral Commission Salone, when are the Director of External Relations, Mr. Masakoy. Good afternoon and welcome to the program.
Good afternoon, Fambule Munadu. Thank you for having me, Mange.
Long time we not get here, I think.
Really, indeed.
During the 2023 elections.
Oh, yes,
then
yes.
We will not forget Unanayati today. We will not get Unanaya past today.
Well, I go assure Fambulem, say, will they come now fast?
Well, I feel saying that because of the, well, I know we say there are no activities there. Because now the by-elections there, we know they get. So, you know, say then 10 day with the by-elections, they do all that kind of thing, they get to now fast. But now by-elections, then they're not there and that kind of thing. So, for look on I know say when the campus where then some issues they come, then at that time we will.
Well, actually, by-election may be one reason, but that's really not the point, because as I speak to you, so we conduct a lot of paramount chieftaincy elections all over the country. Yesterday, today, within Abombali Sebura, we conduct paramount chieftaincy elections. We may not have under the PR system by-elections, but we get series of other activities where the public worth knowing, especially when we look at cycle. We don't complete the last cycle when from 2019 to 2024. We start fresh cycle. It just don't start from 2025, effective 2026 to 2029. So we are starting a new cycle, a new set of activities. That's not the main reason.
Okay, so give me what's they happen at ECSL? Give me updates.
Yes, a lot of things they happen now. The ECSL. Make us start with paramount chieftaincy elections. According to the Chieftaincy Act of 2009, we get responsibility in collaboration with the Ministry of Local Government and Community Affairs for conduct paramount chieftaincy elections. And I may not say they conduct a lot of them all over the country. As we talk so, it's like we get chieftaincy elections where they happen all over the country. Specifically, we just get information from Bombali since yesterday. Then they conduct paramount chieftaincy elections, and not only Bombali, but all over so many chiefdoms. And you get various activities. You know, in chieftaincy, we get 3 main activities. You get the councillors list, review of the councillors list. Then we go to the declaration of rights. Then, of course, the conduct of the actual polls. But apart from that, the ECSL as an institution, they work because now one a state institution, and we get so many other things we do. One of them, and then how we come together for develop with strategic plan. But I'll come to that in detail. But as an institution, ECSL don't do so much for put ourselves together. It is more a transition. We are in transition, meaning the last chairman we been there, we don't move out, then we don't get a new chairman. But the offices, then they run, even when the chairman, when are the substantive, now been acting, we've been run the office, meaning the office they're all open and we deal with a lot of activities. Apart from that, the focus is actually with regards to the strategic plan 2025 to 2029.
So what's in this strategic plan there about?
Well, for every institution under public policy, every state institution or public institution, you always need to get a roadmap. You plan of actions, waiting you want for do. And the ECSL, like any other organization, can always get a strategic plan. Like, for example, Sierra Leone as a country, we get with strategic development agenda or goals. So every institution, ECSL, we self get we own. Basically, it means ECSL as an institution, they call all in partner together. We all sit down and plan, say, for the next couple of years, or 3 or 4, 5 years, now then see how we want for do. Looking at waiting now we mandate, according to the Constitution of Sierra Leone, 1991, we mandate now for conduct all public elections. But we cannot just go out and about conducting it. For make we understand, we bring stakeholders together, we draft a strategic development plan. This is not the first time. For the last 20 years, for every 5 years, we get a cycle. Cycle simply means like election, where we vote after 5 years, we get for vote back. So with the strategic development plan, a fashion in that same order. It is cyclical based on how the law, for example, since 2005 to 9, we get one cycle. Where we think that cycle had all been conduct the 2007 elections. 2010 to 2014, we get another electoral cycle that will be conducted 2012 elections and all other things, including the registration. The same again, 2018 to 2023, we get. 2015 to 2019, we get another cycle. The last cycle we don't complete, now 2019 to 2024. We think that cycle will get voter registration, exhibition, will get nomination, will get the actual conduct of the elections, will get the announcement of election results, if there is any litigation, court matters. So the cycle, they make way for all the functions of the commission. But basically, when we put together the strategic plan, now for make the ECSL and in partner them, we all come together and plan. Because if we are going to plan for elections, budgets get for car inside. So the strategic plan, this is what it's for put together, when from 2025 to 2029, we forget not only the things that we want for do, whether registration, whether conduct of elections, but the money we get for be involved and how we get for do all of that. So that when we get that document, we share them with all the partners, the political parties, then we get them, the development partners, the international community, government. Because the Ministry of Finance, we are the custodian of the resources. Me and you, the money we will get for, we taxpayer money, where will they pay, where then they use for fund elections. We can only get them funding in the when the Ministry of Finance, the government of Sierra Leone, or the development partners, then look at that strategic plan, say, ECSL gets a 5-year plan, then get for cost we X amount of billions of loans. Based upon that, then every year now, then we give the money. Not so like the money they come, yeah, but if now time for registration, they look at the strategic documents, say, okay, more police one. Now 10 for exhibition. So basically, that strategic development plan Now, in they give, which we refer to as the roadmap, we get 2028 elections and beyond onto 2029.
So inside that strategic plan, in this strategic plan, we talk about. So who's still not complete?
There is a draft. There is a draft, but we not been on put them out it. Draft in a sense, we don't work together, we don't go around and do some consultation. It is only when we validate them. Validation means when we meet with stakeholders, the political parties, civil society, the media, we go to all the regions, call all the one that we get for do with elections. Then when we validate them, because they have to check everything, they have to look at point A, point B. When we all don't agree, when we validate them, then it becomes a working document. That working document now go put out. But for now, it is still a draft. The reason why it is a draft, because last year, 2025, we've been there under an interim chairmanship. So when you get a document where they define or determine the next cycle for 5 years, it's difficult for make somebody with an acting capacity be able to push them. We did everything. But now when there's a substantive chief electoral commissioner, that strategic plan now make we pull to one, the political parties, the general public, so that everybody will get a bite into it. As long as we don't validate them, it becomes a public document. But for now, it's a draft document.
So without substantive chief electoral commissioner, we are not able to complete the document.
Not necessarily so, but the chief electoral commissioner, chairman, and national returning officer, that position, the person who gets that position, he gets the gravitas. You know, the law gives the power for make it take decisions. Really, sometimes when you get acting capacity, you know, get the weight. Because even in engagement, everybody watch and say, now act are the act. Sometimes not to me go come, and I know can do everything. So basically, it go add more value when we get a substantive office holder. It gets more value for make we push the work. Not that would that the way they act as share, not get weight. But you and I know when we get the chief electoral commissioner, we properly seated. It gets the gravitas for make it take decision. Because now in the buck stops with. Basically, that's why as a commission, we appreciate that we now get somebody in a way now the substantive. Usually, acting capacity, you can do your best, but your best is still not enough because you are still in the acting. Because even if you do everything, with that new person come, you get the prerogative for say, you know what, and they review and back. Because the way I see them, not also me one go, not to my own direction, that's I have to look into how the electoral commission for go. So it's good we get a substantive office holder.
Okay, so away from that, we see after the 2023 elections, so many things been there around ECSL, and they say one of the recommendations there, now that una get some reviews there. So how far una don't go with that tripartite recommendations?
Yes, thank you very much with regards to the tripartite recommendation. In the first place, the Electoral Commission appreciates this whole thing about the tripartite and the recommendation. The tripartite basically the cross-party engagement between the two main political parties and the development partners that they come together with them from that tripartite. But let me give some small history with regards the recommendations under the tripartite. Every cycle, as I don't mention, from 2005 to 9, 10 to 14, 15 to 19, 19 to 24, all of them cycle and they will be only engaged. After we complete election, there is always the need for make we review. Recommendations can always come. For example, the recommendation of the 2007 elections. The recommendation of the 2007 election being give rise for make we review the Public Elections Act of 2012. Because in 2007, we are using the Electoral Laws Act of 2002. So, beaucoup things been changed for me to have the 2012 elections, we will get the Public Elections Act of 2012. Other recommendations then come, we make, even after 2018, we will get a review again after 2018, we've been getting what to call the EOM, Elections Observation Mission. We review a lot of laws them will lead to the Public Elections Act of 2022. So after this 2023, as you don't talk about the tripartite, it been bound for make we get other reviews and recommendations. The only difference, the other previous one them, now the ECSL, political parties, other stakeholders, observers, now all they come together. But for this one, now only the two main political parties, now they meet together, we come with this tripartite. So on the whole, the Electoral Commission appreciates some of their recommendations because a good number of their recommendations here been there inside the 2018 recommendations for make we review the Public Elections Act of 2022. But unfortunately, some not been passed in our parliament. A good number of them don't surface back. So the Electoral Commission, we are okay with that. Now, for make people understand their recommendations, then they in various forms. We'll talk about various forms. We get some, we basically, they deal with the Constitution, the constitutional reviews. We get others where they deal with statutory books than are the Public Elections Act, INCFD. But the one way I can lay more emphasis on, because they want they're outside of the commission in purview. Now Parliament get for put on Panam for make them become law, some of their recommendations. But we still get very good recommendations. We not get nothing to do with legal matters. It is more operational and administrative. When we say operational and administrative, we say self as a commission able for do them. What does that mean? If you look at recommendation 1, 2, 3, and 4, the recommendation that they talk about for make the ECSL, we ensure that we get or develop policies. And one of them policies then they now stakeholders consultation policy. It simply means how would they engage with political parties, civil society, stakeholders generally. There should be a policy. That's now one of the recommendations that it's tripartite. And no need for going to parliament. As with this so right now, we don't get a draft. But that draft would have to be validated. All of them people here, we now stakeholders. In not day, we also get another policy where now management or sharing of electoral information. The tripartite been see the way ECSL they share electoral information, they're not being glad with them, but they need a clearer policy. That self will get a draft. In not day, we get other things like recruitment of ad hoc staff. A policy. We can recruit close to 95,000 Sierra Leoneans during elections. Because when they talk about 11,000, the last election, 11,833 polling stations. And each polling station, they get at least 5 people in all kinds of center. So we are talking about so many Sierra Leoneans them where we get for employ. But when we don't employ them, though on temporal, ad hoc basis, now staff of ECSL. So man, we employ them, I know what they can do, but they bad name all they can to ECSL. So now there should be a policy. A policy now where they determine how we for recruits, we ad hoc staff them. So all of them policies then the commission don't go very far. But again, then when we are able to do them because they are administrative. These policies, we can put them together. The commission later on can submit them to Parliament so that they become instruments, but we are able to do them. But like the one day we don't go to Parliament, they reviews them. You see recently, Parliament they talk about certain reviews of certain laws them. Then one day we make we own input. We serve as an institution, a state institution, we make we own input. But we can't say anything about them one day because now only when Parliament engage, then debates them, then become law. Now then law then they will get for use. So basically we are working with all our partners for make we do all of their work then. But specifically when it comes to policies we get for do with operations, administration, the commission has been doing these ones.
So the one on our own side, we don't do that. Now the one on our way left with Parliament.
Well, again, for make we understand, there are certain policies we don't need for do them now. Some policy then they join registration when I inside 2027. You get some policies like the alignment of how we for do voter center registration centers, polling centers or stations that inside 2028. So you can't do some policies now where you still get time. We go start them. Some of them policies and now as we go into the process, the strategic plan gets all of them timeline and they say there are certain policies we can do them now. We are doing stakeholders engagement. We can do policy for that because we are engaging now. But because we have not done voter registration now, some administrative or operational policies and we for do. We don't do them now, but we don't clear them one day now. As we go closer to the various activities now, so they activate them one day. So now, so we don't do them.
Okay, so what we can now specifically with you kind of for we now the appointment of the Chief Electoral Commissioner. Una as ECSL, they don't appoint the commissioner. They don't get plenty to some people in the talk. So with the public view, people in the debates don't they go on that kind of thing. So waiting on I think of all the debates in the.
Well, it's interesting that we are going all of this, the debates and all of that. The first thing is the commission is very much particular about the debates in parliament, because at that debate they determine whether the chief electoral commissioner will be properly seated. That's not the first one. But of course we are aware of the debates where they go on and this. But let me make this point clear that irrespective of the debates or the talk where they go around and whatever, the chief electoral commissioner and chairman is properly seated. This simply means they don't go through all the processes. Now they don't sit down at the office. So because of that, the chief electoral commissioner, before now he been the act, they ever act again. It's not the substantive. He's the substantive holder of the office. They push now for make it do it work. Of course, we mindful of whatever anybody can see, but we self want to use this opportunity for make people understand that he is properly seated and it do in work. And since it don't go through parliament after approval, it don't take the oath of office. Some of the things the way they do now, they may be pending because at that time, few weeks ago, months ago, he was acting something they go left and force. But now he ain't left anything because now he get the responsibility. And make people understand the various roles where he get, or the titles. There are three important titles where the Constitution or with laws in Sierra Leone make provision for. We get the first one where now he's the chairman. The chairman of the board of commissioners. Who's the chairman? When you get a company, a board, you get the person where they chair all the meetings. They deal with a lot of policies and administrative things. For example, even like the hiring and firing of staff, he's the chair of that board. Now, in the chair the meeting. Now then 6, you get the chief electoral commissioner when I in one, and 5 other commissioners will represent various regions. The north, northwest, west, east, south. Now in the chair. That's the first title. The second one, he is the chief electoral commissioner. In elections, our business is to conduct elections. Whether at polling station level, at district, constituency, ward, PR, whatever kind of election. He is the number one person. The police then can call the head as the chief constable. Because constable are one rank with a low. But when they say the chief constable, now the head of the police. So for us, he's the chief electoral officer. So that is another title, the chief electoral commissioner. Then the third title, when are the most important by law, he is the national returning officer. The reason why this one important, the first 2 titles I don't talk about. The chairman, if he not the other person go act, go step. Or the chief electoral commissioner, other person go do that role. But the national returning officer, now a position, a title, a status, where they delegate, where we not get them in no day. For say if in no day. So you don't see the reason why would they say when the chairman will be the act, then there are certain times where they will take certain decisions. Because the title of National Returning Officer, now one grand person, it simply means say, now in the certify. We say certify all elections results. Now this country, now in table, now in pen, now in the announce. We don't certify them down now, then it can go out. So it gets so much role for play that of all the titles and the way we put all together now into one person. So that's the reason why when people can talk about is he properly seated or not, or whether he did or not, whether not substantive or not, the point is the Chief Electoral Commissioner and Chairman and National Returning Officer all day into one person when I'm Mr. Edmond Sylvester Alpha. And the reason why he is properly seated by law, if you go to the Constitution, and they tell you, say, the president can nominate after he don't consult with political parties. Then after that, subject to parliamentary approval. Before they approve you to parliament, you go through committee engagement, like sort of interviews. Then at the end of the day, you get parliamentary approval. Then after that, it takes the oath of office. So after having gone through all of the legal processes, the Chief Electoral Commissioner, Chairman, and National Returning Officer is properly seated for do the work of the elections, for conduct elections for come 2028.
Okay, so, also allegations them then don't they come against them? They say for the simple fact, say one by-election according to this state, it been changed figure from 49 to 149. So the opposition will lie against that and the question in credibility. So which one I think with regards to that?
Well, the issue, firstly, as an electoral commission, the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone, we take collective responsibility for any action, decision we take. It's collective. But now the issue is the public, also members of the public, don't try for hand pick and say he is responsible. The commission take exception to that because any decision we the commission don't take, it is collective, not one individual. In fact, if you want levy blame, in fact, it should be the National Returning Officer because neither the chairman, not the other commissioners, but again, they all take collective responsibility. Now, we could talk about elections, what it really mean. I always can quote Dr. Afari Chian, who have been former Chief Electoral Commissioner and Chairman for the Electoral Commission of Ghana. He always established the fact to say elections, like developments, na local level it is. So even we say we conduct elections, na local level it is. What we mean local level, 11,833 polling stations. Now polling station are the election day. We go do all the planning. Where election day come, now polling station will go. You get presiding officer, ballot paper, issuer, queue controller, all the staff they will do. 5, 6, 7 staff, depending on the number of people. Now, the question will arise, the allegation, now Mr. Edmond Alpha, now in change election results. Now, when you look at how elections operation, there is no electoral commissioner with the gonna polling station. So that in fact don't make whatever the person say is a misrepresentation, not so true. Because he was never at any polling station. For the sake of arguments, let's even say then change election results. It should be the presiding officer or any of the staff them with the that polling station. Because now the results there. Now people in the claim say now in change the election results. That is not true, now misrepresentation. Now the issue at hand, what we discuss, will happen Koinadugu. We will get 2 by-elections, one for the chairman and the other for one ward. He was in charge of the elections generally, Nain superintendent over that process there. Because Nain superintendent, that's the reason why people associate and say Nain change the figures. I want to make family note say, myself being the we've been at the hall. The allegation where he came, he took steps. There was an allegation about one individual. When the allegation go, for satisfy the one they wake up with the allegation, they had to put aside the person where they allege say na him do whatever.
Well, then the people then go they just say na a kind of make up no more na for Tiday, because beside the real issue in day now that they change the figure from 49 to 149, and like you say, now me they superintend over the elections, and sometimes people like you say during we war they say those that bear the greatest responsibility. Now the special court for Sierra Leone. So him being Tiday, and he will get the opportunity that and for say this is wrong, make a change up.
He did that. The first thing is, okay, if now you, now the staff, we didn't allege, step aside. We started the entire process again. And waiting go on for happen. In elections, we get various election results. We the inside the T, the tamper evidence envelope. You get the one we at polling station level, we don't put all inside. You get the one we go for tally center. You get the one we go for the district office. We get all of the results then. We had to recall all of those results. In fact, that make the process not even complete. Na Kabbalah. We had to bring the process back. Now Wellington, when I did the National Tally Center day, and go over the entire process again. Not that when that incident happened, then just discard everything and announce results. No. Because there was an allegation, the commission had to go through the entire process again, the tallying process again. And there is an audit to the effect. The one way we win that election, say, the two, for the council as well as the ward, they all win. Eventually, the chief electoral commissioner being able to announce the result. But at that time, because they made the allegation, Commissioner Alpha, we being a superintendent, had to do what he was supposed to do. One, put aside the person. Two, go over the process again. Ensure the process had the integrity. For example, if we don't start, make we check them again and make we look at all the Tiday we involved. Because we're not able to complete the process, we all agree, we come back na Freetown, we all go back. What I mean we all, the ECSL, the political parties, then agents, them, we all go and the process went through. So for say the commission not do anything, no. Yes, there was an allegation, but at the end of the day, the commission had to rectify some of the concerns we come in that allegation, and the commission began to announce election results.
So even at the yes, the commission been take steps, that kind of thing there. But the concern have been now for change that figure will change. And how best una for not able again we Naomi the superintendent for say, okay, well this figure we don't look at everything. I think this person if you do so thing. So we can reverse back.
If you listen to what I explain, then you'll be able to understand. See, the commission did everything. You get the T's for the tally center. The commission not tapped it. It's okay, well, we are going to look at the T, the results for the district, we FD. You know, when we conduct elections, we get various tamper evidence envelope T's. Any results, we need to put on one side. One copy, they go here, another copy, they go yonder, another copy, they go yonder. Then I for just tell you, see, if there is going to be any, if the tally center already gets an issue, meaning that the tally center T, then what thing we do is we call for the other copies, because the other copies for come tally, and that was what the commission did. When they come, they rectify everything. We not just say because somebody don't allege, it's an allegation. Okay, because you don't allege, not true. No, that's not the point. What the commission did was, okay, this is an allegation. We are going to send for the district T. Then at the district copy of the results, we get the national copy of the result. Then one and then get nothing for do the tally center. In the events issues day like this, then the commission call for the one and the. Then one and then now they result and the. Now the commission watch for look at the other, and we get, as I tell you, the tally process been go on. When that issue they come, and we extended the process, we come na Freetown. The commission look at all of the entities then they and rectify. The issue is we rectify the process, meaning waiting then at the other copies, and waiting in at one copy, we rectify all and the process continue. It not mean say because allegation come, we just shelve them. No. What we did is, it is your word, an allegation. We are not going to look into that. What we are going to do is, we are going to bring the district T, then at the district copy of the results. we bring the other copies and come and look at all of them. When we don't now say this we don't clear up, then we moved the process. The process did not move on when the allegation made it. But when we rectify, then the process moved on until we announced the election result. But the issue now is, because there was an allegation and he was there, then the smear campaign start now say, na in duam, na in change. That's the reason why I've stated that at polling station level, he was never there. He was never there. So the aspect of saying, now Commissioner Alpha as an individual will do with whatever happened as an allegation, it was not him. But rather, he was able to use his command and influence because he was superintending. So well, we are going to bring the district T, we are going to bring this, that, and fix everything, and even come out Kabbalah. The other day, we come to Freetown when I went in the Tally Center and complete the process. Eventually, the commission announced the election results.
Okay, so another allegation also, where the opposition strongly get to them, and that it been day part of the 2023 elections, when our elections will be highly contested. So if it did it, and the results, people and the probably some international observers themselves, they make their own we talk about the elections in Nika, and they say itself we did it. So you know, feel say that they all will be an impediment to this here. Well, people in the ground with some political party they found out.
In the first place, he was a commissioner in the 2023 elections, and as I stated earlier, the commission has the policy of collective responsibility, and the commission been conduct credible elections in 2023. The issue of disagreement, again, thank God you get legal mind where you can watch. Nobody no contest the 2023 elections. People may have disagreed, but nobody no contest because nobody no gonna court. And the only body where they say otherwise, within the ECSL do, a correct or not, now the court. Yes, people can disagree with election results. This is not new. We have never had an elections. Well, maybe, I don't know, other countries, it can happen. But Salone, for make one person way loss, embrace the other way win. They would always, so it's not new. In 2007, we had the same situation. In 2012, we had the same. 2018, even 2023. Why are they bring historical perspective? Now, for my people understand, say, not so because you disagree with the election results, meaning the election results not credible. No, you can disagree with it, but that don't mean say because of your disagreement, the election result not credible. Now, the courts therefore determine whether the election result is credible or not. And if you disagree, you go to the court. Now, the court now go pass judgment. The court now go determine, say, based on evidence, now so don't happen, now so not happen. We would always have people disagreeing with election results. There is this local way people can talk, school picking. Where he pass exam, he say, I pass the exam. But where he fail, he say, teacher, fail me. There is always that kind of mentality. I understand people come with issues here and there. I know they say 100% the election was perfect. We don't ever get perfect elections for logistical reasons here and there. A lot of things go come back and forth and this and that and that. But when you talk about credibility, majority accept. That don't mean say there is no minority. When majority accept the results, if the minority is not over the majority, then the election is credible.
Okay, we in the appointment of the Chief Electoral Commissioner, in his statement, he say he would try for restore confidence and make the election credible. So, what do you think about the past elections and the way the Chief Electoral Commissioner himself make that statement about the credibility of them previous elections?
Well, yes, indeed, he made that statement because people they talk him, and because people they talk him, that is the assurance. You know what? Whatever we don't pass, I'm here for make I restore that credibility in your perception. That is the perception of others. If you say are not credible, are they actually say I go restore that, basically. Now that's it mean. And not mean say we find ourselves guilty. Because we don't find ourselves guilty, now that's the thing. Like for over 15 years I don't do like now the media space. I can always tell people and say we've always conducted good election, but we'll conduct better elections. Meaning we can always improve. If you remember when we start the discussion, I told you after 2007, there were a lot of reviews, recommendations we can say we can better the process. The same again for 2012, 2018, 2023. So it is from that standpoint, so we can restore. I mean, if somebody in perception say I'm not good, I will therefore assure you that be rest assured, waiting they go on, your perception will change. But that not mean say I agree with you for tell me say actually what I was doing was wrong. No. But I want to assure you say be rest assured moving forward we are going to conduct better processes. Basically that's it mean.
So you know if you say the elections then the way the Chief Electoral Commissioner say he will try for make them better and conduct credible elections. You get international observers them where they say be frown at the elections. They say they pull various reports them. The opposition themselves be alleged at one point say they not allow for make them who say they do the tally for make them see. You know, so some members in some part of some people some opposition people there, they actually back they say by the same way the materials and they reach na the tally center, the Chief Electoral Commissioner don't call it his own. So all them things and they at play. You don't feel say that election say was faulty, where the Chief Electoral Commissioner they say no, this time I want for make okay.
Okay, now make we look at you talk about so many things with the book and small. We loaded. In the first place, we conduct election based on the legal instruments with the. But most times, people want to make the Electoral Commission conduct election based on best practice. Best practice, make we put them inside with law. There are certain things we, like you mentioned, in ordinary law.
For say when the tallying process they go, they say for able for see within.
Okay, good.
You know for keep the machine to yourself, you begin for put.
No, good. Now, like we make you see them so, you get the computer in front of you. You are in the tally. When you enter, I don't know if you are made the person can't see them una to enter, or probably the only time when the person go appreciate now ECSL enter. Maybe the observer and I enter the results. Because as long as you enter them into the machine, not to in for do. I hope you are getting the point. The issue is the allegation where the observers them there is, they mean they are the tally centers. They wanted to be part of the process. They are not elections administrators. They are just observers. And if you want to participate in the process, then you don't go against laws. For example, in other countries, like in Francophone countries, political parties, they are part of the elections. And then they conduct elections. In Francophone countries, all the parties they send agents, now they come give the ballot paper, now they do them. But for us, the law is different. So if somebody they say, I want for C, if me and you they so together, and they see all what you they do. But if you're still not satisfied, now like move come on, make a custom and do them. That's the pass. For example, we get scores of people. Everybody, they were in there. We did our work. The issue is, as I mentioned, election is at local level. Local level simply means when we don't conduct election at polling station level, that RRF would give every political party for able to get their results. But now everybody is saying ECSL, we don't pull with results. It's not credible. There has to be another result way for contend that. But if we don't put our own results, it is credible. Unless otherwise. So this is the issue. Now coming to the other point of where you mentioned, say, which have been the points where you raise. Good. Even that self, when you read the laws of Sierra Leone, and not say election for done all side before they announce results. No. Waiting then our law is that if we dey conduct election, the first man gets 60, the second man gets 52. But waiting left now 4. Even if you take all that 4, you give the second man, now 56 in the left. You dey go ahead and announce the election result. But that no mean say the process not dey continue. We dey tally and complete everything. But the law say in the event wherein the difference between the two candidates, the two nearest candidates, the difference, if what remains, if it cannot influence the outcome of the election results, you no need for wait. So that issue they will be get them in 2012, also in 2023. The election not done is people in the account we don't announce election results because when you look at the data way in front of the commission, if waiting left, if now 4% of waiting left, but the margin between the first man and the second man is greater than 4%. Even if you take all of that one day, you give one person, it may change the outcome. For example, do I get 52, we get 56, or do I get 52 we get 56, or do I get 60, we get 64.
When people don't say 2012, the election will be discredited. International observers say will be discredited, like how they discredit this 2023 election.
Wait, the issue now is discrediting an election results. Is it by international best practice or now with laws? Now the court of Sierra Leone, it didn't have the law say if you get any issue with election results, if you disagree with election results for parliaments, local councils, you go to the High Court. If you disagree with presidential results, you go to the Supreme Court. It gives a timeline. If somebody sit down and say, for me, some of these discussions, it's unfortunate that we are going into it. You sit on a corner. The thing is, it's your word and against other person's word. Whilst you are discrediting election results, other persons will say the election results is fine. Which one you they take? That is the problem we don't face now. Say for court, all of them things in there. Whether you are international community, you are observer, if you get a second opinion, go to the courts. Now the courts will say this election result is not credible. But even if you talk, it's just your voice. Because the commission already don't pull out election results. Other people themselves say it is credible. So it's that issue of no, a credible or a not credible. A credible. So it will always be back and forth. So the only thing, and then the law say, not only before elections, even when they do registration, if you get issues, you go to court. When they do nominations, if you get issues, you do object to somebody in candidature. Even during the elections, if you get issues, you're not satisfied, you do go to court. If somebody decide not to go to court, well, fine. But you decide, say the process not credible, what's not the yardstick? Whatever you say, it's subjective. Because now, so you say, but if they talk to the other person, they go say, for me, it is credible. The only person who will determine that, the only institution, now the court. Now, when you go to the court, then the court go declare whether the election results credible or not. And from 2007, we have had this. We still, as a commission, we stand by it. People in the way say the process not credible. We face all the bashing. 2012, it was the same. 2018, 2023. But the good thing is, make Fambul understand, in the last 20 years cycle, this commission, ECSL, that the commission we don't conduct election results, wherein power don't change hands from government to opposition, meaning opposition beats government. Government lost, opposition come. Government win, opposition lost. In 2007, opposition been beat government. In 2018, opposition beats government. That simply tell you say, Uda win, na in win. So this issue of because I no win, the process not credible, it cannot be determined just by that. Now when it go to court, and we proud as a commission that in the last 20 years, we don't get instances wherein people will simply say, now only government of the now for win elections. But no, in 2007, one government been preside over the conduct of the elections, but they lost the election. Opposition win. Or now only when opposition win, now election credible, no. Or now when government win opposition election credible, no. the fact of the matter is, as a commission, we always they conduct credible elections, irrespective of who that win.
Okay, so we been the more still we go to the result with the tallying process when they say the machine that they just did before now and not project time. But call those some countries then they project when they enter. So all man they see waiting, then they enter. And I think I stand to be corrected, but I think the by-elections then, if they happen so, then the projector, all man they see the figure, you get RRF4, you they see. But why in 2023 now a different case?
The good question. Make we establish the fact all we national elections 2007, 12, 18, 2023. We not ever project what we do tally. It not one day happen because it not day in law. That not mean say we no go do them. Now for them by election are one. By election at 15 centers. So when we do that for by elections, for 15 centers with the projector. But now for national elections, we are talking about 11,833 stations. And for 4 elections, are you going to project the presidential no more or the parliamentary? So we are talking about 833 times 4 elections for project all. I don't know how that's going to work. Most times people in the use that situation, see, because we do them for by-elections, we project them. Yes, we did it for by-elections, but we don't ever do them for national elections, whether it was 2007, 2012, 2018, 2023. We have never done it because another day in the law, say, when we conduct elections, as soon as we do, we for project the results. And for operational and logistical reasons, it will be more difficult. The way we project by election, we na 20 centers, na 30 centers. We can put them 1, 2, 3 within 2-3 hours. We don't project everything. But the tallying is a different ball game because we are talking about 11,833 stations for presidential, 11,000 plus for parliamentary, 11,000. So we are talking about over 40 to 50,000 stations who get for projects. Which one go come, which one no go come. We are yet to get that point. Really for make family understand. So if we do them for by-elections, now because there have been small election, it's easy for see, within 30 minutes, you see them. But this big election, it cannot work that way. We cannot use that same formula what they use for by-election. Where you could put, I don't know, sometimes when they want to put for presidential, the other people say, no, now parliament give me one seat, now one machine. So I don't know which one we will project. Now the presidential loan or the parliament loan or the local council loan or the presidential, which one, now for which district. So it gets a whole thing where we are yet to get to that point. So that argument people can put say, because we've been doing for by-election, we've also done for national elections. In the first place, another in law, and we have never done that for all the elections, we are national elections. What's the national elections? Presidential and general elections, we are parliamentary.
Somebody will say if ECSL been conduct credible elections, right? We're not for don't go into this tripartite arrangement.
Well, the issue is when I started my discussion, I make them classy. Every cycle we don't get a review because we can always get a recommendation. The only difference with this, now the name we changed tripartite, then now only 2 parties that they be involved. It was a political arrangement. It was a political arrangement. But most of what's in the now that tripartite, the recommendation they are not new to the commission. Just like I tell you, after 2007, some of the key issues will be come up after 2007. Make family just understand. Now, like whether at that time, now be NEC, whether NEC be get the power for annul 447 election results. We been get the power because the law make provision for we make regulations for doing things, and the other people in contest say we not get the power because of then God in 2007, 8, 9, 10. Now that's been there for influence. In 2012, when we review The Public Elections Act of 2012, it didn't now say the ECSL, it didn't boldly get the power now for invalidate. That not mean say in 2007, the recommendation not been there. It was not called tripartite, but there was disagreement amongst political parties. The same again for 2018, 2023. We've always had every election where they get recommendations the way they can for review. That's why from Public Elections Act of 2012, we now get Public Elections Act of 2022. Maybe if this one passed our parliament, we'll get Public Elections Act of 2026. Because recommendations come, people want to make the process better. But it not mean say because na tripartite. Now only because two parties. That's the interesting thing now, sir. The other 15 political parties, they are against that. Say because only two parties them go take decision.
But they're not being engaged with the elections. They're not being engaged. So
no, well, the issue is about not whether you get issue with the election. The issue is about inclusivity. The other review will be no need to do. Like the 2018 review, all the political parties, whether you get issue or not, everybody be involved. I'm just bringing the point, say, the tripartite, the Electoral Commission, they look at them as a slap in with face. No, because for every electoral cycle, we've always had recommendations we will use for review electoral laws. So even this tripartite, where they go into recommendations, it is still not new. It has always happened. The only thing we're different now because now two parties now they're involved in the process, whilst in the past all the parties them involved in the review process.
So we also look at we will conclude on this. That between the APC and the government of Salone, because if the other party themselves, like I say, they get issue, themselves for no reason. But not to at the nick of time now, where now the two government of Salone and the APC, now they can't say, well, no, we they're not included, we get issue.
To be sincere with them political parties, the 15 political parties, from the onset, where this cross-party business may start, they may raise them up. To be sincere with them. As I say, it was a political decision made at that level. I'm not getting anything for say, but to be fair with them political parties, they always talk and say, from the onset, we been say we say for be part of it.
So then waiting that because waiting that be the own point. Waiting that be the own point where they say they for the part.
Well, I don't belong to any of these political parties, and I'm for talk for them. I'm just stating the fact that to be fair with them political parties, from where that tripartite theme starts, they may raise an objection that they were not part of it. They would have loved to be part of it, and they are still using it. I just raised that point. Whatever would them get? Well, interestingly, a week ago, the commission met with all the leaders of political parties. There was a position paper where the Secretary General for APA, on behalf of the political parties, say we self get issues where the commission for look into. So you don't see how they think interesting, even when the tripartite recommendations they. So their own viewpoints, based on that presentation where they make, the tripartite is not exhaustive because it not capture their own views. So that position, then bring them come up. Then bring that position come up to the Chief Electoral Commissioner. When they don't read them, they hand them over to them. The commission self say, we go watch them. If there is any need for make we do anything, well and good. But the good thing is, everybody now they take them position papers to Parliament. A month or two ago, the clerk of Parliament sent out a notice. Any body or institution we want for make any we want for contribute to the process, the review of the election laws can send them. So maybe the political parties will not be part of the tripartite or any other Sierra Leonean or any other institution can send them to Parliament, because at the end of the day, whether na tripartite recommendation or whether na review, na Parliament it dey go. Now only when Parliament debate them, Parliament pass them into law, now it become a legal document. It is left with Parliament now if they go pass all, they go reject some, or they go drop them. That one on a Parliament idea.
Okay, so if you self want to be part of this program, you can send your number to, you can send a text message to the number 077 981 981 077 981 981. We'll get for friend time where we will open the line for owners to make calls and make a contribution only to this topic. Only to this topic. So I continue again with the guest. Another thing again where the opposition been the get problem. They say after the appointment of the chief electoral commissioner, he dance fan. They say finally it don't be. So in them been get the own interpretation. So what do you think about that dance day with the chief electoral commissioner been dance after the approval?
Actually, I come here for talk about electoral matters. That one for me, I consider them as trivial something. I was there. Everybody, when the chief electoral commissioner came, not to even start for dance. Now, the staff them, then they glad for him, they come and dance. I mean, he's human. That's just the human aspect of we all. If all man they dance for you, and don't take that away from me. That was his day.
Well, probably they get problem with the song. Finally, sing don't be. Probably they anticipate other things. They want for do now that they don't get the opportunity for.
So you don't see the reason why anticipation, the issue of perception. Now everybody right forget them. I know sincerely, I know go interpret that song because not to me sing the. I go out for Mona look for the songwriter or whosoever will be sing the. Make it can tell you what he mean by finally, thing don't be. Because me dancing to a song, for me, let's just consider that as a trivial matter. Trivial in the sense, now just like when person married, person getting birthday, you see enough for dance. I mean, anybody will get something that moment where now for make you feel happy and joy. If he dance, do you forgive that person day? Because one now in day, nobody know the way they go give position or power or recognize. Others dance before you. You team up like we say you know borax. No, bro. So now make we know water down discussion say because he dance, a person he dance pa. No, I want to make everybody make them clear say the chief electoral commissioner no dance pa nobody, but rather he dance because the people away they can meet over hundreds of people them where they can meet, being glad for them, they all grab na den chair, they dance. So ECSL just join them in the dance. And to be very sincere, now in the office. For me, I'll look at it from that positive side. See, if they appoint person, the entire office dance, then that person is a good person, as far as that office is concerned. If the entire office dance for that person publicly, it just dance as a form of appreciation to instaff them, but not to outsiders. So do you anybody watch that clip, that video? No interpret them outside of the office. Because the one the way dance, now ECSL staff them. Instead we come, now the chairman for them. There was no political party there. For say, sometimes if I been party W, been did now make it dance with them party. All the way been did now be ECSL staff. So do your family make person not watch them with that IDC because it's dance to that song. Meaning they pull in but no. To be very sincere, the chairman will not do that.
And all that take away people in the question that after your appointment, he say after another 2 or 3 days of voting, he will announce the result. People don't raise considering the challenges, the terrain, the circumstances, all them things and they wait for announce a result inside 2 days. People and they even say even in America, probably when I will begin forget it, but you get after 2 days or you announce the result. So people don't get that kind team day in them.
Well, basically, waiting EBDC now be a policy statement we don't get as a commitment. It is a possibility. We get countries now in Africa where they announce election 24 hours. We get countries in Africa where they announce election results in 24 hours, certified election result in 24 hours. It's a way for make we know say we want to review so many things. Review so many things as such wherein it become easy for make we do them. Technology might play a role. I've been opportune for deal with the chairman where we go India on the invitation of the Indian Electoral Commission. India then democracy, then votes, then voters. Now 900 million voters then get. Then they announce election in less than 24 hours. That means that they count all 900 voters they announce in less than 24 hours. Where we own voters. I need to talk about the people who, India now over 1.something billion. We now, if you based on the 2023 voter register, we roll. Now how many? Maybe 3 million or 3.2 million. India gets 900. Country like India, they get the technology. Because they get the technology, so what they say is, in 3 days, we don't begin engagement already. As I talk to you, so we get one of the electoral commissioner, Commissioner Abubakar Koma, we are the commissioner for the northern region, and one of we staff. Then they India, they use this as an opportunity for sell democracy through elections. That's now one thing where they're good at. And with the copy, by God in power, very good things. And one important thing we me don't see, where India they do, then call them ECNet, Electoral Commission of India network. That gadget then they use them now every kind of phone. Not that they use, but a lot of information the way everybody they share. It's a feeble like way they use Orange Money or this, that, like where the mobile company then they operate. If we use half of that, we bring in Salone. The Chief Electoral Commissioner will announce results in 3 days. If we partner with country like India, we get advanced technology in elections. But my family note say we are not changing the technology on the voting process. We are still going to use the paper-based ballot paper and this and that. We are talking about generating the results. The results, after we don't conduct elections, now it can take 1 week, 2 weeks for me to come on. But technology go able to make it become faster. Country like Senegal, within 24 hours. Because when they don't conduct election done, now at polling station level, now they scan all information. So just imagine if you get scanners now all polling stations, all they go on one side. The moment everybody scan that same hour day, within 24 hours, the results they come out. We not go dates, we not reach dates, but we hope for good day. But again, make family understand, say all of them things here. Now only when, if now good proposals, we get for bring and come, we engage with the political parties, they're able to understand. We engage with people, again for end of parliament. If parliament not pass them as a law, we know they use them. With all of them good plans, if India want for help we, if other nations they want for help we.
But all that in there when we talk about now resources, you feel say ECSL will get that support from government, that is the resources for getting gadgets.
Well, I heard it from the Chief Electoral Commissioner of India himself. When they give support, now at no cost. When they give support, then they come, then train you, then customize them at no cost off. I'm not saying we are going down that route. We are just discussing the matter. But before they go that road, the first thing is if it become law. Anything don't become law in parliament.
But they say you know they make law 6 months to elections.
Indeed, when they make law 6 months to elections, we are 2 years too. We get a lot of recommendations way before parliament now. We can still continue to do all of these things until that 10 day reach. We'll not even do registration yet. By God in power, before registration, who knows what would have happened. So, but when we come back to the statement where the Chief Electoral Commissioner will make, it make them clearly say, based on waiting in Nongo see where don't interact with India, it is a possibility that we can announce election results within 3 days. India did one inside 1 day. You not say 24 hours. You not say 2 days. You say within 3 days we will announce election results. We can conduct elections 1 day it done. Waiting can slow. If we check the laws of Sierra Leone, not so like for so no one for announce election results like Senegal one mentioned. They announce them in 24 hours. But the way we law it, there is no way you can announce election results in 24 hours. Because the law say at polling station, when they take all the election results and they can go at district, at region, at national. So that means it gets various layers. Now, so then are the law. And all of the election results and they, when they write, we law and say we for come and tally them manually. So now make us say if we get for use technology, then laws then they get for go to parliament. We'll maybe push manual and bring come appropriate technology. But currently, there is no way for make we conduct election results. We announce results. For make we conduct elections, we announce results in 3 days, 4 days. The earliest to go announce now 5 or 6 days or 1 week. Because the process, the way it is, the law may come for make it very thorough, slow, but sure. Now, so the law may come.
And now, as it stands, the opposition say they don't take part in governance, from parliament to local council, until the president remove or the chief electoral commissioner resign. So, waiting on a take.
Actually, that particular narrative, it's a political narrative. I don't get anything for talk about politics because it's a political narrative. All we say they talk now, it's electoral. There's a difference between electoral processes and political processes. Political parties, political players may address issues politically. For us, we address issues from the electoral perspective within the law. Now, Mangi, you're a lawyer. It then are the laws of this country. Based on all which I don't explain, the Chief Electoral Commissioner, they don't go through nomination, parliamentary approval, they don't take the oath of office, they don't sit down. He is properly seated. That's stricto sensu. Now, if somebody take out another view, it is outside of legal provisions. That's why we know the good route for things.
How is it outside the legal provision?
In the first place, the presidency don't get authority any longer. Where it don't appoint the Chief Electoral Commissioner, it don't go to parliament, it don't seek parliamentary approval. He cannot remove him again. A process then at the law, wait for removal. That process then they start from waiting, misconduct. Somebody has to say this person has misconducted himself. Then you get tribunal. You go back to parliament before it come out. But again, we could talk about independence. If one political party say, I don't want this person pull up, it already don't impugn on the independence of the Electoral Commission. Say, because I don't want you come out, then una pull the person. Then there is no longer any independence. Not only independence, not say not only when government say it. Even if opposition say it, the fact of the matter is, if you say something, then do them. You don't impugn on the independence of the institution when at ECSL. That's why we take exception to that for make somebody say the Chief Electoral Commissioner then for pull them. Meaning you already want contest or challenge the independence of the Electoral Commission. There is a way. The court. There is a way. But as they talk, the president don't get that authority by law for remove Mr. Edmond Sylvester Alpha, because the law make provision say before somebody they remove him, the issue of misconduct, in fact, a gross misconduct, and they not even misconduct, gross misconduct. Tribunal get for kind side, panel get for seats. That outcome they them table them, parliament sit down panam, then them pull them. That's the only way. But at this current moment, I mean, it cannot work. So political issues can be addressed politically, but for us, legal issue, you can only address that within the law. That's the reason why we say anybody who want to contest election results. What I mean contest, when you contend them, you go to the court. Per election business, there is no shortcut. Everything na law per election business. You apply the law goes. That's the reason why anybody will say the election not credible. You are applying shortcut. When you go to the court will tell you, say, the Electoral Commission, this election will overturn them. It didn't have the law. So now, so no more week you want for make people understand, say, for now as it is, the Chief Electoral Commissioner is properly seated. Will not make any comments on the political atmosphere. For us, the Chief Electoral Commissioner was nominated. He went to Parliament approved him, he don't take a note of office, and he's properly seated. And since he don't sit up, some of the things the way you know they do, we been there in an acting position, they declare them now. As early as this month, the 29th of April, they called PPLC meeting. That PPLC, we call them political parties liaison committee meeting. Now they the political parties they can sit down and discuss electoral matters, not political matters. Electoral matters, how the election for run. Political matters, it's outside of our purview. We can't say anything.
Well, when somebody goes say, okay, now the way he's properly seated, that it cannot be removed by the president no go pull her now because of the constitutional provision. But also somebody will say on a moral ground that okay, because this that man is
Me not to the Chief Electoral Commissioner, Mr. Alpha. I wish Naisa Bindina for answer that question because I know can talk say may resign or not. But again, more put them into context. Before they make him Chief Electoral Commissioner, now been Electoral Commissioner already. Election na in career for over 20 years. This has been his career. Now, like this man commotes.
Mr. Basako, nobody know when the political party they know they contest incompetence. They know they contest say you know get the knowledge, you know get the know-how about election matters. Where the contention, the contender now about credibility issues.
Well, credibility can only be determined by the courts. You as an individual, for example, if you say I'm not credible, other person will say I am credible. So it's 1 versus 1. That's what we are saying. But when you take me credibility in a court, even if 100 people they say are credible, but now you one grain say are not credible, you win that case day. Because they say, Mange, based upon what you don't see, the evidence, yes, Albert is not credible. But that now students say, they will say it. This credibility thing, not to now it starts. Some of us don't did at the commission 2007 with the work where political party they bash at we're not credible. But we were there. The same 2012. So it's not new. Would always hear and listen. But we are always guided. We are not distracted. We go always want for make you know say it's your right, you can say it, but not because you talk means say now so are they. Now, as I mentioned, if he has to resign on moral grounds, for winner elections, we respect legality more than morality. Legality is waiting the law say. The issue of morality is not the individual, and I know can answer for him. I'll only say he has been in elections for over 20 years. Now he can't resign. He not get work for do. He get for feeding family. Whose other moral grounds than if in Pekino will go college again, you know, able to feed because somebody say I not like you, you're not credible, I can't resign. I mean that beats morality because a man not get for feeding family again because he not get for get work again. So I hope we are understanding the situation. Let us tell people from a legal standpoint that you are not credible. But if you bring the moral standpoint, you not get the weight because it is subjective. You say that man resign. He resign in Pekinogo College again. He begin eat Gary. That's not morality. Because the man, God be not bless him, they get something. Now he don't can see them because he wants satisfy. However, he has that decision to make. But looking at it, I don't think say, I mean, resignation get for go near.
Well, somebody been one day me and somebody been the talk. He said 2007, I think Pakaba make one appointment from the political party, then he reversed the appointment before he appointed Christian at top.
Well, that situation may happen. I'm sure I don't get the fact or details. Now in parliament. Maybe if they appoint one person a go, and not meet the parliamentary threshold for go through, for me to approve them, then he can do that. That's also probably don't happen in Edmund Alpha in case. The way president appoints him when he may go parliament. That was an opportunity for make all the political parties or whosoever way not be one time for go and say, una change them. I'm sure if we been get wait, because na through legal stance. Because if you go to parliament, members of parliament or some members of parliament would have said, we don't want this person, change this person. I don't know which are the dynamics in parliament, but I'm sure that pakaba in term. Not to be like somebody talking at do. I'm sure na parliament where it reach or during the consultation process. Okay, let's say it was during the consultation. We'll look at this context now. We had 17 political parties. 15 say we are okay with that. That's not democracy. If 2 say they're not okay, but 15 say they're okay, I'm sure that is also part of democracy. Now, like for make you take the 2 and discard the 15, I'm sure that is not democratic enough. And when the chief electoral commissioner,
but you go say again, they overlook the minority their voice.
in as much as you don't overlook the minority their voice, you always stand by the majority. That's the credibility of the process. The process was credible because 15 registered political parties accepted. That's the credibility is about even the issue of elections. That's the reason why we call elections now free and fair. We say election has to be credible. The percentage of people we accept, credibility is all about accepting the results. The percentage of people we accept, if not 10 people vote, 6 accept the results. Then 4 people then cry from January to December. That don't mean say the election not credible because 6 people accept. They are in the majority. That don't mean say we not appreciate the concerns of the minority. But first, deal with the majority. And make I give the true story of NGC. The NGC Secretary General, during the meeting where the Chief Electoral Commissioner gets, where the commission meet with political parties, they make them clear, say, we support your candidacy and we go by ham. When they receive, according to the Secretary General of NGC, they say, we call you to an interview. We ask you all the tough questions. And you answer all of them questions then they. So based upon that, we are satisfied. I'm sure if any other political party, for we don't call him, at least they should have given him the opportunity. Unfortunately, some parties gave him the opportunity, others did not. No, he's not credible. At least call him, interview him, grill him. Then we don't even use that. But if you not get the opportunity, now everybody will go and talk. Well, some people will go and talk, they're not credible. But nobody has given him the opportunity for me to give you one side of the story.
Well, again, this question I will ask you more specifically. I don't know if you say, but I ask you this question. Sometimes like we didn't see he gets a fixed tenure of office, but we don't see other people like chief justices. You know they easily pull out, but they resign. But we don't see the other offices, the bank governor, who they get fixed tenure and all of the presidents.
Well, the issue is we are bringing political discussion into this. I really don't go that route today. The reason why I state that these are political issues. You know, political issues are addressed politically. For us, electoral issues are not addressed politically. They are addressed within the legal framework. These are political issues. I may not say anything about them. Whether person resign, then pull person. These are political issues and they are addressed politically. But for electoral issues, you address them electorally within legal framework. Within legal framework.
Yes, as I say, Yusuf can be part of the program by way you will send text message to the number 077-981-981, 077-981-981. You can send text message as the program they go, or you can call the line open now for people who they want to be part of this program, people who they want to contribute with regards to which we discuss the line are open. You can make a call. We get Albert Massacoy ready for answer all on our questions with regards to the topic we will discuss now. So when we look at the issue of the the Chief Electoral Commissioner meeting with the opposition, where they don't actually raise and strong issues about them. So, it gets any intention for actually meet with them. Sorry, we get the first caller on the line. Caller, you name outside the call from. Caller, you name outside the call from.
Yes, my name is Honorable Brian Bundu. Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, just a clarification on the issue of, I think the nominee named Ahmed Aka Ahmed. I mean, the parliament, and they been just, say Ahmed Aka Ahmed, who can discover during the interview that not to be a registered voter. Now, Sierra Leone, at the time when they were making electoral commissioner. I just want to clarify that.
Thank you.
That the reason that they will not be able to pass them. Yeah.
Thank you very, very much, Honorable Bundu, for that contribution there, for way you actually clear the way. Thank you very, very much. We appreciate you so much.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. We get another caller. We don't lost this caller. Yes, Mr. Masakoi.
Well, I also want to tell Honorable Ibrahim Bundu thanks. May not get the fact, but I knew it had to do with Parliament. Whatever bottleneck, now Parliament may address that. I mean, not just that no more. Thanks very much. I appreciate that. It's
okay.
Good.
We get another caller on the line. Caller, you name me which side you call from?
Hello?
Yes, I will get you, caller. Go on and make your point.
Okay. Now, the can
You get to speak a little bit louder.
Okay, the can right now, the way this man did talk, you don't understand. You know, this electoral process in the chat for toxic.
Yes, caller, go on. Yes, caller, go on. We don't lost that caller there. The line is still open, so you can call, you make a contribution to the number 077-981-981. As I stated earlier on, the phone line is open. So we go back to the studio guest. We get another caller again at the line. Caller, you name and which side they call from? Yes, caller.
But now, it's the far people that say thing no good. If you end up for me tomorrow, the people's voices when they say this thing no good, what will happen?
Go again. We don't lost that caller there. You get in question?
No, unfortunately.
Okay. So waiting as we wait for calls them. And so waiting when I don't do we get another caller again. Caller, you name which side the call from?
Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yes, caller.
The concern citizen, I come from Western area.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say thanks to the guest there. So it is really explaining down to earth. It's well grounded. I thank you very much. God bless you all. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, caller, for that compliment. You compliment.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful, caller.
Okay. Hello? Yes, the line still open. You can call and make your contribution to the number 077-981-981. But also, more we'll look at what you don't do as a commission for meet with the opposition where they strongly they against the appointment of Edmond Alpha.
Yeah, thank you very much. The Chief Electoral Commissioner enforced work where is sit at that office.
We get another caller. Caller, you name outside the call from. Hello? Hello, caller.
Yeah. What I believe the whole what you want. Daddy, I look at push Edmond Alpha. Would it win? If you win, yeah? You know, if you win, that's the push what I said. Yeah, if you win, I got it for.
Okay. Thank you for your contribution, caller. Yes, go on with the question. Okay?
Yes, as I mentioned,
Caller, you name outside the call from?
Hello?
Yes, caller. Yes.
How are you doing?
Well, they do well. They do great.
Yeah. But what you would try for cinema as young people, them we say once like the peace, the rain, once they will like then people here they try for let them try for get common dialogue to themselves. They will try for see how we country for move. We try for big them for that. Do we understand that? Me they try for talk to the panelists at the station. They will not try for understand on ourselves better. We understand the framework of the law and other things then. But what did happen so let not happen, go come tomorrow back again at the same thing back for happen back by the end of the day. So now that number me say that puts me on contribution. Me and me Mohammed Sharif, yeah.
Okay, thank you, caller, for that contribution there. Another caller. Caller, you name outside the call from? Yes, caller, you name outside the call from?
Well, I call from Western Nigeria, concerned citizen.
Yes, go on.
What you mean to say?
Yes, could they get?
This country will not talk upon always seen they are they do so right now. The government do so right now.
No, not to government. They no.
God is just for the people of Sierra Leone.
No, we know they talk. Now this man, the man waiting at the studio. Now if you get question or concern, because no, we know they talk about government now. Yeah, call we know they talk about government. Yeah, not to government. We don't get government person for response. So we know they talk about government. Now the man will come up from the electoral commission Sierra Leone. If you get question or you want for make contribution, you can make them. Yes.
Yeah, as I say, the very first work where the chairman and chief electoral commissioner do, where it takes it, now for write letter to the APC. He writes a letter. Now the letter that way be go on social media, where he extend olive branch, say at their own time and choosing wherever he ready for meet with them for talk. That was the first work we do. And only writes to the APC, writes to all other political parties. Unfortunately, the commission not received any acknowledgement. And not happening. He did another again, where he invites all the leaders of the political parties. Them all come, but unfortunately, APC not been come. The chairman need the tap because he is the chairman for the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone.
Okay, caller, we get another call. We get caller on the line. Hello. Oh. Yes, go on.
Yes, now the chairman for the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone, we get for conduct elections for all political parties, irrespective of whether you've been approved or not, you've been appreciated or not. He has moved beyond that. He has made it clear. He don't make a public statement that he's ready to work and he go ready for make.
Okay. Caller, you name outside the call from? Yes.
Where the people are going to talk about government, I want to encourage them in the stadium because I want to discourage them. When they're not talk, they're not concerned about this. They're not because all our politics some of them sabi. When I not talk there, I don't listen waiting at the better tools for what they talk and they talk about this. They're open to sort of politics. When they grab over them government. When I don't know that matter they talk about the big or they talk to ATC. What I tell is
okay.
I want to encourage them.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Pensacoy.
Just as I say, the commission, well, specifically the chairman, always and he has always said it. He is willing to reach out, and we hope that the two political parties, the APC and the UP, could take that take upon them for come on board for make the commission work with them or make them work with the commission. He has said it and he's sincere about it. And I want to use this opportunity for appeal to the APC that the Chief Electoral Commissioner is
Hello, caller. Yes, you name me outside the call phone.
Panelist, get sense. It's a very clean. They enjoy. They analyze everything there.
Okay. Now that they don't want to get for him.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. Now, my work I dey do because my work is part of electoral education. As our state, the commission gets open door policy at any time. In fact, somebody be even say even if na moon, the commission is ready to accept APC for make which domain discuss the wherever morning, sometime, evening, as soon as they're ready, within minutes of the readiness, the commission is ready to engage with them because they are part of the electoral process. We need to consider them as outsiders. We appreciate whatever concern they get, but the fact of the matter is the chief electoral commissioner is properly seated. And the 29th of April, we get the first PPLC meeting when the chief electoral commissioner don't sit down. A lot of things the way the commission, they go pull na do. A lot of things. So it is but necessary, even if you don't appreciate him, sit there. Go there and listen. But not going, but putting the way you go lost. And we cannot stop the process. Because as I say, there are 15 other parties. Still come at the meeting, say, now this I feel about you. I'm sure as we go along, depending on how we go along with deliberations, the engagement, I mean, heart not to stone. It go soften, then we'll appreciate each other. So me want for appeal to the All People's Congress and the Unity Party that the chief electoral commissioner gets open door policy. He is willing at any given time, within a minute, as soon as he gets that, he ready for open up, like all the other political parties, for say no, but let them be rest assured. That one, the chief electoral commissioner, I don't say so many times, all the podium them way he don't do, all the speeches and statements he don't make, he don't establish that clearly that he ready for engage with APC and he ready for create the level playing field for make them feel comfortable for the electoral process. That they don't establish that.
Yes, so that question next about ask waiting na the assurance for say if you know resign, like waiting in the demand so then reach at an amicable ground. Which assurance now will give them say, okay, well, we go conduct credible elections. Not to waiting una don't they think about me, but the role this time now for conduct credible elections.
Sincerely, it's not a matter of if you know resign, how do you look at her? For the sake of argument, I'll put it this way. For the sake of argument, Mr. Edmond Alpha has been electoral commissioner. So are they saying when he resign as electoral commissioner, if he come back as commissioner for the Southern region? I don't really understand because that tells you he is there. In fact, now the second term, the second 5 year he do as electoral commissioner for the Southern region. He do in first 5 year, say after the 2023 elections. In fact, APC been in a parliament where then get back in second 5 year as electoral commissioner. Now 2 years he did into that. This one don't come. So you look now say when in second inning, in second 5 year, APC been there in parliament, they approve him. Now they know they approve him again. So make him move. So the issue is where he resign. Now make the type of talk say, he really not there now this discourse, the issue of resignation. Because even if he resign for argument's sake, we come out from chief electoral commissioner. Now electoral commissioner, Southern region, the board of commission is still there. Because he is, for over 20 years, he has been there. So you don't understand the thing. I have for appeal to Fambulen.
Sometimes the same way them in the approval, the Konadogu issue not been come up with.
No. The Konadogu, all the way we talk, now been before 2023. Because now been by election them. I mean before 2023. Those were by elections. And after 2023, we'll never get by election for world and anything because now PI system. So all of the issues that have been before 2023, not to after 2023, they happen. And 2020 after then, for Inadugu issues, we get 2023 elections, then a first parliament, sometime in 2024, a first parliament for in second term as electoral commissioner for Southern region, it got through. It was okay. Then all of a sudden, that was will be okay and not okay again. Because you make reference to 2020, before 2023. So you see the inconsistency in the interpretation of whether he's credible or not. But me want for appeal to be all say.
I'll get caller another caller on the line. Caller, you name me outside the call from.
Yep, for the second time.
Yes.
Now, and punishment and the advice. Now, the South or South don't get commissioner. Want to solve all of the problem of West.
Talk a little bit louder. I will not get you.
I say, now the Southeast don't get the commissioner. Let the Northwest get the deputy so that all things will look equal. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Masako, go on.
So, may this discussion not get anything about resignation? In fact, how I'm looking at it, okay, president for remove that power, they no dey. Okay, now for moral reason, okay, make he resign. No, he's not going to resign because he is properly seated. For me, put everything, whatever experience or perception, come and work with the person, prove the person, and that assurance they don't give.
But some time back, I just preempt probably the opposition, probably the free, at the middle of it all. They say, like the time way I remember the time for Kone, at one point very close to elections, they say Kone for left. Now they say, but electoral laws are not go allow that because at this stage where it is so right now, it's not possible because the election. And
at the same time, the electoral laws don't allow even now.
So at some point, so they say publish data, disaggregated data enable, produce this, then begin probably some things then begin count. It all leads. That's it. You don't feel say now the right time now.
No. Well, the issue is sometimes publish data, disaggregated data. The first things first. Let us put these things in our laws. Hey, there is nothing like disaggregated data in any of we electoral laws. In no day.
But
okay, for make we understand when we say disaggregated data in the context of we elections. Now, polling station results. That's the only disaggregated data. Because when we say disaggregated data, they tell you each candidate almost he gets. Then the disaggregated. Now, data, but you disaggregate them by the number of candidates, even invalid or void votes. That's the totality. For the context of elections and laws, we will say disaggregated data. Now, polling station results. Because when we don't done, that data the way we don't sign. Data not simply means saying electronic. We don't sign that copy. We will give every political party. That is the disaggregated data. But the way people argue now it's you for posting on the internet, disaggregated data, it is not. Now, all the laws that they did in our parliament, I wish our parliament, if they pass or review the current law, them, make them distinguish within our disaggregated data. In ordinary laws, the only thing where they like into disaggregated data in the current electoral laws, now the polling station results. Because that's the only results we give out in that form, disaggregated. All man gets waiting his score. Even if now Mr. Void votes, all thing they disaggregate the information, then you share to people. That's the only thing.
Well, people they say on to this time, the 2023 elections, not on our website.
If I don't ask which one are the election, it is now we website. But people in the field say if we be the disaggregated data, the election results, as I tell you, after polling station, you get the district.
So the percentage of each candidate and everything.
Yes, it did. In fact, in only then our website, it then our we election report. That election report was given to everyone. The 2020 3 election report. In fact, now 2 reports, now double report. You get the election report and the yearly report. You get all the election results, then the soft copy, they did at the website. So the information, maybe the definition of data or disaggregated data, and I would find difficult. For say the election result, no, the election result is everywhere. Everywhere. That's the reason why when we win elections, not in the whether at council level, as mayor, as president, not in the rules so now.
So at any stage when during the elections, the heat of the movement, the intent and the una can get any pressure from ruling government say now this now want.
No. Even if it comes, we get with independence. I can give an instance. Not so like as in the conduct of the actual electoral process. It has to do with like availability of funds. These are outside. Like if the government get forgive money, it go delay those kind. But me know they consider them as deliberate for stifle the process. So not to that. But like change this, make this. No, we have never had such. That's the reason why 2007 we conducted election, opposition win election. Why government then not been put you under pressure for make them win? 2018, opposition win election. Why government then not been pressure for make them win? Most times we attribute a lot of power to institutions where they not get. All this is because of the perception. Somebody may say or talk, but when it comes to the operations of the Electoral Commission, nobody not get. We can always tell everybody, say, go campaign. You have to be popular. Then you perform and then vote for you. Period.
Okay, so like as we come close to the program now, and what are the assurance where you go get to the public, the assurance where now we get to APC because they still get questions them about the Chief Electoral Commissioner. So what are the assurance where you go give before we left the studio?
I will start with the APC and the UP because now 2 political parties out of the 17. And I will just continue for reiterate within me chairman and chief electoral commissioner don't say. He is chief electoral commissioner and chairman for all political parties and for all Sierra Leoneans. That simply means there is going to be level playing field. That assurance a dongi and Mr. Fwan for use this opportunity for appeal to them so that then go come on board. Then we start for plan this roadmap to 2028, wherein how we will conduct elections. That one, the chairman don't say and they also lend me voice to that. To the people of Sierra Leone, ECSL now an institution where now the creature of the constitution, now law now establish we, and the law say we for do waiting the people of this country want, because these people of this country now then they vote, now we they transform to representation, whether as president, MP, councillor, chairman, or mayor. Make them be rest assured. And I go end for say, if ever we conduct good elections, we would always strive for conduct better elections because we want for better the process.
Okay. Thank you very, very much for you join me na the program Salone Tiday. In name na Albert Masakoy, then na the Director of External Relations na the Electoral Commission Sierra Leone. Thank you very much again because you don't give fambule and insights of what's in the happen na the commission and the different things there about the appointment of the chief electoral commissioner and that kind of thing. Me we present the program in name na Mange Bansare, and the man we make you see we live on Facebook na Jaffa Mans Davis, and the man we they behind the mic na DJ Schoolface. Stay tuned again. Next week we'll bring another interesting topic we on ourselves will let for listen. The program they begin from 1 to 3 o'clock, na 2 hours program. So every Sunday, stay tuned to Radio Democracy Salone Tiday. We're ready for Guna. Very interesting topic then. Until next week, my name is Mange Bansare.
Let me pledge with love and loyalty to a country. Sierra Leone.